Good morning, children. Welcome to English class. In the last class, we were discussing the lesson The Boy Who Asked for More. In this lesson, we have learnt when and where was Oliver Twist born, what had happened to his mother soon after the child was born, who was Mr. Bumble, how did Mr. Bumble treat the children under his care, and how the friends of Oliver Twist brought him her trouble. We have also learnt how the children were fed in the poor house and also why the council was held by the boys in the poor house. Today, let us see what happens next. In the poor house, the boys were starved and ill treated. They were not given enough food to eat. So the council was held by the boys and they decided to ask for more food. For this purpose, they appointed Oliver Twist to go to the master and ask for more food. The gruel was served out and was quickly swallowed. The boys whispered among themselves and forced Oliver to go. He advanced to the master, bowl in hand, and said in a little frightened voice, "Please, sir, I want some more." The master was a fat, healthy man, but he turned very pale at this. "What?" he said, as if he could not believe his ears. "Please, sir, I want some more." When the companions of Oliver forced, he will go to the master holding a bowl in a hand and he will ask in a frightening voice, "Please, sir, I want some more." By hearing this, the master, who was a fat, healthy man, became very angry. He could not believe in his ears. Till then, nobody dared to ask the master for more food. But this little boy, Oliver, went to the master and asked for more food. By listening to this, he got very angry. The master aimed a blow at his head, seized him by his arms, and shouted for the beadle. When he shouted for the beadle, Mr. Bumble rushed into the room in great excitement and was filled with horror when he heard of Oliver's crime. "Asked for more?" he exclaimed. "I never heard of such a thing. Depend on it, this miserable boy will be hung." When the master shouted for the beadle, Mr. Bumble will rush into the room in great excitement. When he came to know about the Oliver's crime, when he came to know that Oliver Twist had asked the master for more food, he will also get very angry and he will tell the master that this miserable boy will be hung. As a punishment for his greed and boldness, Oliver was immediately locked in a room to spend the night alone. Early next morning, a notice was pasted on the outside of the gate offering a reward of £5 to any man or woman who would take Oliver Twist off the hands of the poor house. What was the punishment given to Oliver for asking more food, children? As a punishment, he was locked in a room to spend the night alone. Just for asking more food, he was given such a bad punishment. From this, we can understand how cruel people Mr. Bumble and the master was. Next morning, a notice was pasted on the outside of the gate by Mr. Bumble and Master. So, what was that notice? It was a notice offering a reward of £5 to any man or woman who would take Oliver Twist from the poor house. Any man or woman who will take Oliver Twist from the poor house will be rewarded with £5. This was the notice pasted on the outside of the gate of the poor house. A coffin maker came to know about the notice and bought the orphan boy from the poor house. Oliver Twist will be taken by the coffin maker. There also he was treated cruelly, so he ran away to London. There also he will face lots of difficulties. However, by chance he met two kind people, Mr. Brownlow and Miss Rosemary. There, these kind people discovered that he was their own relative and had to be protected from his stepbrother, Mr. Monks. They came to know that Oliver Twist was their own relative and had to be protected from his stepbrother, Mr. Monks. Mr. Monks had planned to take away Oliver's share of property, but with the help of Mr. Brownlow, Oliver got his rightful share of property and he lived happily in his life. This is how the story of Charles Dickens' Oliver Twist ended. I hope this class was beneficial for you. Meet you all in the next class. Thank you.